Hi Daniel, thank you for coming here. We are honored to have you in our headquarters at One United Properties, a few days away from our Capital Markets Day on April the 4th. I would like to ask you a few questions. A lot of people obviously want to know how you think. You are a role model for many Romanians, for many investors. I am personally also curious to find out. So I would just want to start by asking you what would be your key investment principles when it comes to both public and private companies.
Well, Andrei, first of all, thank you so much for having me here. It's always a pleasure to meet you and Victor. And this is one of my favorite topics also. I'm kind of passionate about investments. Even with one of my best friends, we run like investment fund. That is mostly for technology. But my thesis about investment, first of all, is you have to invest in people, not in ideas, not necessarily in material goods, but first of all, it's people. And you remember when we met first time, when I was pondering about investment in one, first of all, I wanted to meet you and Victor, because to me it was mandatory. And especially since some of the real estate market in Romania doesn't have such a good name. But I wanted to invest, first of all, in Romania, and I believe in real estate. And I was attracted to one because I think they build some beautiful things. And that leads me to another criteria for me, which is to invest in something that I really like. I like to invest in companies that build products that I like. And one was such a company. So that you guys score basically on two of my first most important principles of investments.
Well, thank you very much. That basically also answers the second question that I had prepared for you, which was like back in 2021 you decided to invest before the IPO. Currently you still decided to keep your investments. So basically it is this view on the founders and on the product that have determined you to do so until now.
Yeah, look, my investments are usually long term. I don't like to gamble on the stock market. So obviously I believe in one as a company, I believe in you as the founders. And again, I think that you give kind of a better face to Bucharest, especially compared to some other kind of real estate development that I've seen here. I think one is by far the best that I personally seen.
Thank you. Our April 4th Capital Markets Day theme, it's going to be how Bucharest will be in 2030. How do you see Bucharest in 2030, or what would you like to see here change? And perhaps what would you like, or what would you see the role of our company in this change?
Well, generally speaking, I would like to see a more clean, more modern Bucharest, maybe with the financial district, like, you know, like the biggest cities. I would hope that the transportation, public transportation will be much improved and the traffic jams will be a lot reduced. I think also one of the kind of dear themes to me is how can we preserve the old buildings in the city? Maybe, you know, there is a way for the state and private companies to work on renovating few really nice buildings. You know, when you go to see the ASE buildings there or some buildings in front, it's a shame. They look so ugly in one of the, you know, the most crowded and beautiful places in Bucharest.
Correct.
And I think one obviously can contribute to the development of the city, respecting all the regulations, building nice things, inspiring, I think, other real estate developers to build beautiful things, to care also about how the city look like, not only of short-term profits.
Correct. To close our session, I would like to ask you a few tips for both entrepreneurs and investors alike. Investment tips, a few business tips. How should they guide, their business? How should they guide their investments?
Well, I think it's easier for me to speak about entrepreneurs, and I've been into this field, and I am an entrepreneur. The most underrated trait of an entrepreneur is actually resilience. Mm-hmm. You have to stay on and on despite all the pain that is required. So that's number one. Don't give up. Mm-hmm. Second, that I am telling to entrepreneurs is don't get attached to a particular idea. Mm-hmm. You have an idea, the goal of an idea is actually to test the market, to see if it's working. And you have to continuously improve on your ideas. This is also something I remember in my first discussion with you guys, when you told me we are a little bit ashamed of our first building, mm-hmm. and then we keep improving and improving. So this is, I think, what you have to aim as an entrepreneur, to always get a better craft and become a much better version of yourself. And for investors, I think they have to find this type of people. When you invest in a company, you have to do your due diligences. You have to study the business, you have to understand the business metrics, you have to understand the market, and you have to understand the people that run the company. And then I believe in few concentrated bets, not necessarily spreading around. If you want to spread around, just invest in an index fund. But if you want to invest in particular companies, better to have a few bets and stay along with them.
Great. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Of course, Andrei. Anytime.
Thank you.